What is going on, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I am awesome. I am doing awesome. What do we have going on today? We have some Funkos.
A lot of frustration with the current market and the way things are going, and
The hell did you think about Pietro today?
I had him in the cart. I just by the time I was in the wait line, it was gone. So it is what it is. So,
how long did you wait?
It wasn't long.
They had me there for like 8 minutes before I finally decided that it was probably gone.
No, it wasn't long. I was probably off by would it drop at 12?
Who did you get the message from?
Actually, you know who keeps me up to date more than anybody? Because every time something drops, he's sending me text messages like 10
Funko PDX
beforehand. Funko PDX.
Yeah, he's the one that hooked me up with that today. Look, we should tell him we appreciate him. I truly appreciate him. He got it to me. I just don't think that I got there fast enough. I got there like 2 minutes. 2 minutes after.
Yeah, Funko PDX, man, he's on top of it. He did get one. But yeah, he and it's a lot of times I'll get the message from him, and then our big group chat that we get a lot of messages from them after that too. So but he's always like the first one. He's on top of it, and I feel bad because he's he got when the Moon Knight came out, of course you all know I'm a big Marvel Zombie fan. He bought 2 of them, so he's came to me and said, "Hey, I'm all for trading with you." Downside is I've got nothing that he wants, and he's giving me a list. So the way I always see it is if you can get something from somebody else more, do it. If I got something you want, then I'll do it with you. But I'm not going to hold up anybody from getting value for something they got.
Right. Yes, Lou, we truly appreciate you, brother. Truly appreciate you.
I'm actually going to do one extra thing this week because I did not drink last week because I forgot. I will take a drink, and on top of it, only because I still have them and I forgot them last week too. So before I take this swig, I'm going to eat these nasty, gross peeps that I hate.
Oh, no.
So I've got 5 flavors. So whoever does a super chat gets to pick which flavor I get to eat.
No.
You got sour watermelon. You got birthday cake. You got fruit punch. We got blue raspberry. We got hot tamales and chocolate pudding.
All right. So you want me to be honest with you?
Peeps. I hate peeps.
You want me to be honest with you? They're surprisingly not that bad.
I hate.
you were saying that you hate them.
Jesse Lou, cheers to you. Let me know which one you want me to eat.
Yeah, any and all super chats, guys, will go down in the description as soon as this is over with. So just give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get them in there. Make sure you go check these guys' channel out. That way you can, show some love over there. But they are surprisingly not as bad as you think. I got to throw this
coming up here from our boy Funko PDX. He says, I would trade you today's drop and Moon Knight for that Jack in the Box.
Oh.
Pietro and Moon Knight. Yeah, I'm not giving up that Jack in the Box. I'm sorry. That's one of my favorite pops.
Man, it's tempting. That one's tempting. Look, it's
a very tempting offer. Mind you, it's a very tempting offer.
Andy Roberts, we truly appreciate you guys.
There you go. I still haven't been told which flavors to eat, so.
Well, if they don't start telling you, I'm going to start coming up with the ones.
Andy, we had to drink twice for Andy too. All right, and Andy said birthday cake.
Birthday cake. Oh, that one's really not. That one's bad. I would look. The rest of them aren't that bad. That one's pretty bad.
Damn! They're all kind of bad, and I don't like wasting it. So,
Andy, look, we appreciate you. Truly appreciate you.
And I like sugar. I'm a sugar person, but this is too much.
So Andy, tell him the second one you'd like him to eat. What was those flavors again? I seen that you had the hot tamale is pretty good.
The hot tamale is blue raspberry, fruit punch, sour watermelon, chocolate pudding, and birthday cake.
Cinnamon is some of my favorite candy in the entire world. By the way, that is some of my favorite candy. So I think on the agenda today we had the this week's exclusives. And I think that between the group that we've been in and the couple of groups that we're in some way, shape, form, or fashion, I think that I kind of got the pattern from other people as to when these drops are happening.
So be about noon, 1 o'clock.
It looks like it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and they're always at 12 p.m. standard Eastern time. Now, I don't know what that like changes over to everybody else. Oh, that one's probably not going to be that great either. Oh, man.
I'm looking more forward to doing the can challenge tonight than eating these peeps.
Bearded Barbarian, we truly, truly appreciate you, brother.
Sorry, no diaper flavor peep, so you ain't got that one.
Oh, so tell me what the cinnamon tastes like before I hit this real quick. Not the cinnamon, the sour one.
I'll do that one for Jesse.
What did the sour one taste like?
Wasn't too bad. It really wasn't sour, to be honest with you.
No?
Damn! All right, so cinnamon one. Let's see. I'll do that one for Jesse Lewis.
Cinnamon's my favorite candy, so I really enjoyed those peeps right there. I mean, those peeps had my like name written all over them. Those were my favorite ones. Say what?
They're not hot by any means.
But peeps don't really taste that good until they sit out a day or two. I mean, you need to like open the package.
Well, we bought these probably closer towards the beginning of March, so they've been sitting in the closet for a while because we originally talked about doing something for Easter, and then I ended up forgetting everything, and we didn't end up doing it. So I still have these.
So Monday they dropped. What did they drop Monday? Godzilla. Godzilla's what they dropped Monday.
It was the glow in the dark Mega Godzilla.
The glow in the dark. The mega. Hold on. The mech, right?
Yeah.
The mech Godzilla.
The Mecha Godzilla.
Right, that had the whole flame coming out of his mouth. So that was Monday. That was the one that upset me the most, by the way. That was the one that really pulled at that string. And then Wednesday was Flash. You got Wednesdays, right?
I did get Wednesdays.
Yes.
I got lucky. I got that on my iPad. I was out and about and just happened to have my iPad in my car, and I grabbed that real quick. So I did. That was the Flash. It was a glow in the dark Flash. I did end up scoring that one. To be honest with you, I got it just to see if I could get it. I will not be keeping that. That will be going away as a giveaway, either to the Patreons for this month, or if I find something better for the Patreons, it'll go to somebody else. But it will be given away. I'm not keeping that one.
And then it seems like here lately, all of their exclusives are selling out, which is odd because that wasn't the case last year, right? I mean, the case last year was the really good ones sold out. I mean, they sold out right away, but then you had some of them that stuck around on the site for weeks. I mean, maybe even their stuff's still on there, right?
There's still exclusives that sit on there for. I mean, look at the nerd pool is still sitting up there. I mean, you still get the Fry Kids have still been sitting up there for a while. There's still a bunch of exclusives that still sit up there. And whether and a lot of times they re-release this stuff sometimes as well. So it's just a matter of waiting, but it kind of disgusts me a little bit when you go on and see like right after whether you got it or not, and people are already up on eBay trying to sell them for like $150. It's like you don't even know what the value of that is. And
yeah,
the other question is, what idiot is out there that's going to pay $150 for an $11 pop?
All right. So here's where we're getting beat out. And so I went to doing my research today in the software, because the bot software used to cost you around $200 and some odd dollars a month. Right. So that used to be really like what people did for sneakers. Right. I mean, that's what it's known for. It's known for people who went out and bought sneakers with the stuff. They used that software to get the Jordans and then resell the Jordans at $1,200 before anybody else could. Right. That's where that stuff came from. But now it is so affordable that anybody could buy it. And I was looking at it today and almost pulled the trigger on it. I mean, I was that close. I'm even still that close to pulling the trigger.
And again, it's all about the times we're living in right now, because you got a lot of people that don't have work. They've just got a stimulus check. They figure, I'm going to try to double down on some of this stuff, and I'm going to go out and try to make some money off of these things. I'm going to try to flip everything, because of course everyone always talks about flipping stuff all the time. Well, Pokemon cards have become very popular, so we're going to flip those. Funko Pops is starting to become popular. They're going to flip those. The only problem I have is now because of this, as we've talked about with the Funko Circle of Life, is that actually now, before we used to talk about the fact that Funko isn't putting enough quantities out, which is still kind of a problem. But now the problem is, I used to say that a lot of times, the eBay is good, when you bring up the price, because it's going to bring all of our prices of our pops up high. But the problem is when you eschew the Circle of Life like this, and you automatically, it's a basic pop for the most part. Yes, it's got an exclusive sticker, but as we said, exclusive doesn't mean valuable. You're going to rank that thing up real quick. You're going to make somebody think they got one that thinks it's going to be real valuable. In about 2 months, that thing's going to drastically drop in price.
I don't know if Pietro is going to drop in price, but I understand what you're saying. Like I get what you're saying in the long life of it. Yeah, eventually they're all going to crash back down. I think that the part that you're truly onto something at is where you say that this is breaking the circle of life.
It is.
You can't break the circle of life forever. And this is like something that I was studying hardcore today as I'm looking at the bot buying software, because it kind of goes against everything I believe in on one hand. And then on the other hand, I say, well, when in Rome, do as the Romans. Mm-hmm. I go in both directions with it. So on one hand, I say that this is against what I would do. And on the other hand, I say, well, when in Rome, do as the Romans. And I don't know, but I have a strong feeling that has to be what's taking place, because the software now is only $60. There's a lot of people that can afford $60 software, right? That's not expensive. It's not a recurring payment. They will update it for me for free once I pay them the $60. So, and then it's sold out in 30 seconds. These things have a refresh rate, and we were talking about this right before we came on. They have a refresh rate of 400 times every 200 times every half second. So 400 times a second, that machine, that software refreshes on that one item. You can't beat that. There's no way that anyone can beat that. It's just not physiological possible to beat something that can refresh that fast. And then they say that it sold out in around 30 seconds. So that tells me that either there was a whole bunch of people that were sitting there hitting refresh at 12. And when I say a whole bunch, think about how many people.
Well, somebody even told me today that Pietro one dropped a minute early.
They dropped him in early?
A minute.
It's crazy.
Just a minute. And all it needed was that minute.
It's crazy because I couldn't get him to show up. I didn't get him to show up until Funko PDX sent me the link. And I followed
that's the way I got it too.
I still can't get him to come up when I refresh. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But it makes me wonder if there's a lot of people that are using software now.
Getting to two questions real quick. I want to get to Creative Minds' question. Is what place do most people buy pops from? I do multiple sources. A lot of sometimes I just prefer, instead of buying stuff online all the time, I love buying stuff in the wild. Unfortunately, right now, places like Target and Walmart just have not been bringing in any pops right now, and it's frustrating. So I haven't been able to buy anything in the wild. I like to go to Box Lunch, stuff like that. But otherwise, a lot of my stuff I do Pop in the Box, Entertainment Earth, and then, of course, Funko Shop. And then, of course, everything else is mystery boxes. That's typically where I get my stuff from.
Here, why are you doing this? You want to hit the chat shout out real quick?
Yeah. And then one other question we had was Funko PDX says, where it says, I don't understand why everyone else is having issues. I think a lot of that is, I think for me, I keep so busy during the day, I forget to check these things. Maybe if I set myself alarm reminders to go on and check these things, maybe it'd be a little bit helpful for me. But like I said, I completely forget. And then by the time sometimes I look, like today, it was like 12:01, 12:02, and I jumped on real quick. So by that point, I already basically missed it, as fast as these things are selling. So, like I said, a good job at getting them all this week. And I know you're on top of it. You've been a huge help for us to let us know about it. But yeah, to be honest with you, I don't look at the Twitter site until the afternoon, typically.
Well, I think my problem is I'm a creature of habit, and my habit was they sent me an email, and then I waited till 2 to decide what I was getting, and then I didn't really understand how they were dropping them. It took me a little while to figure out exactly how they were dropping them. They're dropping them on what days and at what times, because for a while there, it was random, and I still think they're going to go back to being random. I think they're going to go back to the 8 at on a Monday and the 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. I think that we're still going to see those. And that makes it, to me, that makes it virtually impossible, because you can't just sit there and refresh all day. Yeah. I mean, they have to know that that's not possible. And that's what makes me believe that they're getting eat up by bots, because once I hit the start on the bot, he just refreshes all day at I
think it's a percentage. I think there's a percentage of people that of course do the bot system. And then I think there's a percentage, people like Funko PDX that, are on top of it,
Well, he's on top of it.
Don't get me wrong. I'm probably slacking a little bit in that range. And, I probably could do more to get them. I think for me, if I get them, I get them. Cool. It is what it is. I've learned after a couple of misses that I wanted, that I've kind of just been like, all right, well, if I get it, cool. I'm not, I don't like to get pissed off with this in my own perspective. I'm not saying this means anything different for any of you guys. You guys deal with it how you wish, but I'm just kind of like, I would like it, because of course, especially something like the Flash. I got the Flash for you guys, but like I said, and especially like Moon Knight, I would have liked Mecha Godzilla. I think that one's fucking awesome. I would have liked Pietro. Hopefully, I don't know what they're toying with our minds with that right now. To be honest with you, this whole we have some in Hollywood, and then we're gonna drop some more later. And I mean,
they're not dropping anymore.
That whole mind game kind of annoys me. But
they're not. Check this out. Yeah. Go ahead and get into chat. Shut up.
Let's get this chat. I've gone way too far down, because I know a lot of you guys are waiting for us, because we got a little delayed to start. But we got OTT with G in there early today. We got our boy Kenneth Bird as well.
What is going on?
Very good supporter, Jesse Lou Comics and Pops, supporting both Donut Life and Burger Life. We've got our friend Chris over at K&L Collectibles.
How do you remember these people's
great
names?
Stuff over there. We've got our great friends from over in the UK, Andy Roberts. What's happening?
What is going on, guys?
Creative Mind 727. I wonder what the 727 for.
I don't know. Ask them. Creative Minds. What's 727 mean? Is there a connection with the 727?
That'd be interesting. Who else we got in here? We've got Creative Minds. Great man. So we got our buddy the Bearded Barbarian. What's going on, man? Appreciate you joining. He had a big hit this week too. He pulled a big item from a box, so definitely check. I think that video just dropped recently. Check that out.
OTT with G. I see them in the house today.
Yeah,
Kenneth
OTT
Bird
was up there first.
I don't know if you said Kenneth Bird.
I did get Kenneth Bird. Yeah, we got Wayne's wife in the house. We got
wifey.
Where else we at? We got Slush.
Yeah, I seen Slush in there.
We've got the Funko brothers in here. What's going on, guys? I appreciate you joining. We've got the Crazy Kid new to the chat. Well, thank you for coming on and joining with us.
Where's Crazy Kid? Is that his name?
Maybe, I don't know, or maybe just it's a
statement. The Crazy Kid.
It could be a statement. It could be a name. Who knows?
I don't tell us give us the background on Crazy Kid.
Of course, we've got our good friend in here, Funko PDX. What's happening, buddy? We've also got I got to switch. My mouse battery just died on me.
So today I picked up 2 through 18 of Thunderbolts.
Ooh, the Thunderbolts. That's a good series.
I have one coming from Amazon because it seems like everybody wanted one because
Oh yeah,
Baron Zemo. It's got Baron Zemo. You see, it's first appearance, so we all need that one. The first appearance of the Thunderbolts. Have you read the Thunderbolts?
I know the story of the Thunderbolts. I've never really read them. It was never in my real wheelhouse for that. But like I said, I know some of the old school story of it. That's pretty much where my knowledge ends. But I would like to get into the series. I think it could be a good series to get into.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I got into it, because I have a feeling that that's going to be the next thing that Marvel is going to like throw at us when they're bringing in Baron Zemo and Baron Zemo, and this we should be getting somewhere around the part where the Avengers fall, right? So as the Avengers fall, the Thunderbolts are going to take their place.
Well, you got Thunderbolt Ross has always been around for a while, and and getting into there, so. He's going to build up something and go from there. But like I said, I'm pretty sure that's where that comes from. But Zemo basically getting into it, stuff like that. I think it's going to be. I don't think we're going to get an Avengers this phase. I don't think we're going to get Avengers until maybe the beginning of phase 5. To be honest with you, because I think there's a lot of new building up that they're going to have to do before they get to that point. But now that I've got my mouse back up, thank you for filling in for me.
do you think that that's going to be the fall of the Avengers though? Because look, if we're going by the timeline, the Avengers are going to have to fall soon. They're going to have to fall to bring in the Thunderbolts, and then the Thunderbolts are going to bring in their evil, wicked reign for a while, and then you're going to have the Avengers come back in.
Well, the Avengers are all out of place right now because, of course, you got people that are Avengers, but they're not really fighting as Avengers. Because you've got your two main leaders that are gone at the moment. You've got Caps that's gone, and you've got Tony that's gone. So, and then of course you got Thor out doing his thing with the Guardians right now, and then eventually getting into Jane. So there's a whole lot more story that needs to be told before we can get to that point. But with every rise, there does come a fall. And especially if we do get into where I really hope we get into by phase 6 is the Secret Wars. If we get into Secret Wars, there was some problems then too. So I'd like to see it get into that. But like I said, we just like we saw in the first 3 phases, where there was a rise of Avengers, we had Civil War where there was a fall.
Well, I think that lately they've been trying to get us to relate with the villains. Right? They brought Wanda in, and let's be honest, Wanda's a villain. I know
she's going to turn into a villain.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being honest, she's a villain, right? I mean, she uses the devil to create her babies. I mean, she's a villain.
She doesn't know she did that, by the way.
Right, but she's a villain. So if we're being honest, she's a villain. And then so they're trying to get us they're trying to get us to be sympathetic with the villains and almost agree with them. A lot of like what's going on today in today's world. They're trying to get us to be sympathetic to this.
Well, they're trying to tell all sides of the story, is what they're trying to do.
But then I think they're going to slap us and show us how evil they are. I'm convinced that's what's going to happen. They're going to be like, "Oh, you thought they were nice. Watch this." Convinced that's what's going to happen.
Let me finish up real quick. Because I never even finished up the chat shout out.
Yesy Lou says the let's see.
Nancy and Cisco, what's going on? They had a quick shout out chat earlier that I jumped in. We got Zach Bonifer, what's going on, buddy? What else? I know I missed one other one at least. That came in. We got Funko Brothers. Oh, I knew I missed somebody because I missed the man himself, JKL Awesome.
JKL Awesome. What are you and JKL doing this evening?
Joshua Gamer. What's going on? What's tonight? We were gonna plan on doing the weird soda flavors, but shipping kind of screwed up. I think he just got his today, but I'm still waiting on mine in shipping. So we pivoted and decided to go with the can challenge.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
So who knows? Maybe we'll see our first throw up on camera.
Oh no! What was give us some of the background on the rules of the can challenge?
Well, the can challenge, the way we did it this time, so that way we would still keep it to where we don't know what each other has, and we don't know what has. He had because he's got Kay with him right now, and she went out and bought 8 cans, 4 good, 4 bad, and my wife went out and bought 4 cans of food. 4 good, 4 bad, and they've taken all the labels off of them and put numbers on them. And we are actually going to do a thing tonight where we're actually going to send people to different channels, and then whoever wins by those hashtags gets to pick which number we have to eat.
Oh.
So it's going to be different items from both sides.
How rough do you think your wife took it on you?
I don't know. I told her don't hold back, because the people you guys don't want anybody holding back. If I've got to finally throw up on camera, I'll throw up on camera.
Do you have to take like one full spoonful, or is it like
the only rule is you have to take a spoonful of whatever it is you get.
One full spoonful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about pet food? Is that like off the table?
Not necessarily. It is.
Oh God, it should have been.
Huh? But I don't think either one of us. I'm hoping none of us went into that realm. As Beer Barbarian says, stay tuned.
Yeah,
it's very possible. Who knows? I have no idea what she did, and I won't know till we get there. So it should definitely be fun. That'll be tonight at 8:00. So we don't know. Again, neither one of us know what we have. And then we actually have some big news that we're starting next week. I might have said a little bit of it in the description down below, but this is the last multi-stream, guys.
This is the last one.
This is the last multi-stream. No more multi-streaming after this. Wayne and I both figured out that I think we're going to start splitting it up. So 1 week it's going to be on his channel. 1 week WayneTech's going to be on my channel. We're going to go back and forth. Now we've actually been putting in a little bit of work to bring you actually some great content creators that we're going to come on and interview over the next couple of months. And we've been talking with some really, really good ones. And so I know we got at least one guest next week. Actually, we got guests next 2 weeks. And then probably sometime in the end of the month, sometime we may even have a special weekend WayneTech Experience. Only because the guests that we want to bring on can only do the weekends.
That one's going to be a fun one. If we get to we'll see.
I'm not going to tell you guys who it is because we got to confirm if we can book them first. But
that'll be a fun one. A lot of people here are going to know who it is, though. We'll wait. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I actually watch them a lot, though. They're one of my favorite channels to sit down and watch. One of my favorite.
Like I said, we have a good community. It's just a matter of reaching out and stuff like that. We got a really good one the next couple of weeks. Most of them, I think a lot of people you guys are going to know. So we're going to bring them on and people that just have never been on the show before. So we like to talk to them and ask them the good, hard questions. But what did you say about wet dog food?
Yeah, I'm with him. I'm so with him on that one. So here's the thing, right? So right after they did the Pietro today, did you see the Wanda pops that they put on there right behind that? They put a whole line of they put the White Vision, they put the Scarlet Witch, they put Agatha, they put all of them on there right behind Pietro. They all sold out super fast. Yeah, they all sold out super fast.
I never worried about it because I know all the other WandaVision ones, like the Monica, the White Vision,
yeah,
and the floating.
What
Wanda,
did you call her?
I already had it. Which one?
What did you call her?
The floating Wanda?
Monica. Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
I already had those pre-ordered through Entertainment Earth, so I know they're eventually going to come in. I think it's Entertainment Earth. I forget nowadays sometimes.
I haven't pre-ordered those pops only because I'm kind of wanting to get the White Vision from Walmart.
I want that one too. And
I want the glow.
The only thing that's frustrating me, I've gone more to Walmart and Target this week than I have in a while because I figured if they released King Kong, everybody should have King Kong. Where's King Kong?
Nothing. King Kong is MIA. He is not there. They have had nothing new. Chase, we truly appreciate you, brother. He said he would like to see you eat one of those sour ones. Thank you, brother. Right.
Thanks, buddy. Hello. Sour one. I like this comment, by the way. Wayne texts his wife to get a beer. Chris texts his wife to go remove labels. Yep. That works.
Well, it's the way it works sometimes. It's the way it works sometimes. So I'm kind of waiting on that to get to Walmart. But like you said, Walmart hasn't had anything new. I mean, nothing new has come through Walmart. I mean, nothing.
Like I said, I was there the other day. and I saw a few items I haven't seen on the shelf for a while. And of course, they were the Harry and Lloyd that came out, and the boxes are in horrible condition. So to me, it's like they just happen to find these in the back stock room somewhere and like, oh, get those out on the shelf.
Right. And then Target has nothing new.
No.
My FYE has nothing new. My Hot Topic had the new Deadpools, but I did the video on them. I mean, so they had the new Deadpools. Out of every place that I've been, Hot Topic's the only one that I've seen that's had new stuff.
Yeah, I think when I went to Box Lunch and they had the zombies, when those came out, they're the only ones I seen that had them. And like I said, they're kept up. Of course, that's a Hot Topic store as well. I don't go to GameStop that much because my GameStop sucks. I don't even like the people in there. They're kind of buttheads.
I think GameStop's been weak lately when it comes to the drop. So.
Yeah, well, then they've been, which kind of surprised me because they still get a lot of exclusives.
Yeah, but they've just been weak exclusives as far as I'm concerned. I mean, they've had a lot of Transformers. It seems like more than anything lately. They've had Megatron. They just beat the Bumblebee. They just had a lot of Transformers lately, and it's just weak. It's just that's not really what I see them doing. I mean, they used to be like the place to go get your Star Wars stuff. Not so much the case at this moment.
Well, and that's supposed to be hot because isn't the Boba Fett line supposed to be coming out of GameStop?
He is. Boba Fett's coming. That's why I said that's normally your spot for all of your really cool Star Wars stuff. Look, I've got that one pre-ordered, but I don't know when. I think they said that he's supposed to be coming out next month. Is what I think.
I don't know, but I don't really have any Star Wars except for a couple Mandos, and I want that line. I want to take him out of the box and set
have you pre-ordered him? Yeah, no, I want to set him up.
No, I probably got to go down there this weekend and pre-order it.
Yeah, you can still pre-order him. He's still on their site for pre-order. I mean, so you didn't lose out on that. But I mean, it's just been a lot of old pops, and the drops are super hard to get your hands on at this moment. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
I don't think so really either. Because it regardless whether it's bots or something, I mean, Funko's just, I mean, they're making money. So it kind of works. I mean, you can tell even in their stock price has gone up. I mean, even from when JKL did his, stock video on Funko, I mean, it's up, $10 more than what it was when he did that video. So
that was the Loungefly that did that. That was their clothing line. I mean, they even said that themselves. They got the extra money there from their clothing line. That's where that extra soar went up. And then with the announcement of the NFTs that they just did, their stock went up another $10 after they announced NFTs.
I still don't get the whole NFT thing. JKL broke it down for me. I still think they're just stupid.
I can see. Okay, so I was really talking about this, maybe not yesterday or maybe the day before. I don't really remember what day I was talking about this. I can see where the NFTs are going to come into play. I can even see how they're going to use them. So let's see if I still have it sitting here. I don't know that I still got it sitting here. I might, though. So have you ever seen the RFI chips?
Yeah. I got one. I use it for my pop.
Yeah, you got it on your phone, right?
On my phone, yes.
Right. So it's a little RFI chip. Well, you can actually program these chips, and I guess I don't have it down here no more. I've got a whole stack of them that I can program that I keep around my house. So if you come over to my house and you wanted my Wi-Fi passwords, you can just put your phone on the RFI chip, and your phone will read it, and it'll give you the Wi-Fi password. I don't have to deal with any of that. You say, what's the password? I don't touch that thing right there. It'll give it to you. They can actually embed them in the box. And then when you get the pop and you get it home and you scan it, or they could even embed it into the pop itself, and you scan it on your phone, you're going to get that digital image of it. So I can kind of.
But what's the point of it?
There is no real point of it other than the fact that it's super hot at this moment. That's the only point. I see the world.
I agree with this, by the way. Yes, it is not for me. I don't get them. I just don't understand it.
Right. I can see it in baseball, because that baseball has went that way. Basketball has already went that way. Football. I mean, so all of those trading companies with the trading cards, they seen something in it a long time ago, and they said, I'm going to capitalize on it. I can kind of see that as a trading card. I flipped through there, and it is what it is, right? I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm like y'all. I think that it's us older generation, though, that feels that way. That's like, I don't see where that's going to have a place for me. And I don't, you don't, everybody that I've talked to says the same thing, but I can see how they're going to incorporate it into the product. I mean, I can honestly see, but this is the part of it that I see that everyone needs to like. And this is kind of what got me excited about it. Now they're going to embed this into their pop, right? They're super hard to forge. So let's say that. So if I had 10 of them, and each one of them had consecutive numbers, and they were all in the same blockchain, you knocking off my NFT would be next to impossible, because my blockchain is my blockchain, and you can't duplicate the numbers in my blockchain, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will stop forgeries. It will all but stop them if they put them in their pops, because when I got that pop and I went to scan it with my phone and that NFT didn't come through, I'd say, whoa. This is a fake. So if you used it as an authentication, I know I'm not going to be able to say that right, but if you used it to authenticate the product, that is where it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense at the point that I say, well, I know that that's a real pop, because when I put my phone there, Freddy Funko shows up on my phone. But if I use this other one, he doesn't show up. So it can't be a real pop. I mean, so it makes sense right there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could get it where that could kind of help in a sense of, you know, keeping fakes out of the industry. I mean, right. I mean, you could even embed that within the pop itself.
Yeah,
you know, and that way you can't hide it. And you know, everyone's got RFID readers on their phones anyway,
right?
So
they just don't know it.
Yeah, it's in the control panel, like my iPhone is right in the control panel. Read RFID, or a lot of times with the newer phones, you just got to run it over a certain spot and it pops right up. I can see it at that point of being a solid thing for it, but I don't know. Like I said, the rest of it, the whole I got an icon to have I don't really care.
I don't think. I think in their mind they're pumping it up that way, but I think that they know that that's not the real that's not the real use of the technology. The real use of the technology is so that I can authenticate my pop. If I get my pop in and it doesn't have the correct NFT, then it's not a real pop, right? I mean, I think that that's really where this is going, because that's a lot more secure than any number that I can put on it, right? I mean, that's more secure than any product that I can make, because we all know that their knockoffs are either they're coming out of the same building, or they're coming out of the building beside the building that they're coming out of, because the knockoffs that are coming out today are nothing like the knockoffs that were coming out 2 years ago. I mean, they are extraordinarily good, and I think that that's what we're going to see the NFTs used for, is to authenticate your product. I mean, that's what it is.
Well, they could they could do a multi thing even with that. Is it not only would authenticate, but then it'd be like a thing like out here at Disney when you do the game thing for people to give them something to do in line. Because you were there, you get this badge saying you've gone to this place, and you to be honest, like I said, I think Bearded Barbarian said the same thing. I think people like the younger cultures and people that are into that don't want something physical. They want to still say, hey, I had this. See, I've got the little icon. So what?
I look, that's how I think it's going to be used as well. But I think that the part that I see value in is the part that, well, I know that it's real because it's got the correct NFT, and that's where I see the value.
I never looked at it that, and that could be valuable.
That's where I could see the value in it. It's where I say, no, I know that it's mine because this is the NFT and it falls in line with the rest of them. That one over there has some like crazy color NFT that doesn't work for me. Mm-hmm. That's where I think that's going, and I think that that's what we're going to see. But until we find out, their stock is out of control. Now the NFTs are supposed to drop in June.
Is that when it is?
Yes, June of this year is when they're supposed to drop, and they're supposed to drop with some exclusive pop. So I'm not real sure what they're coming out with in June. I haven't really looked at the Funko Fair to try and like what I would take a guess at or a swing at what it's going to be in, but they say that it's going to be in something that's super exclusive, and I don't remember what was in the Funko Fair that would be super exclusive, but it's going to be in a super exclusive line, and that's how they're going to start it off. They'll probably come out with a Funko Freddy or something and throw him in there. And
but even if they did with the Funko Freddy, I think that's a good start. I mean, you start with the icon of the company.
They'll only sell them at Funko Hollywood.
Yeah. That's a whole nother thing to get annoyed about.
You'll only be able to get the NFTs at Funko Hollywood.
Go to Funko Hollywood, you're gonna get them all there. Still stupid.
All of us on the East Coast are just screwed.
Come on, at least bring that here to Orlando, man. We're tourism capital. Bring it on out here to Orlando too.
Well, that's kind of the thing with Funko that I don't really understand a lot of times is like Funko Hollywood, for example. They have to know that there's like they left out a whole like side of the country, right? I mean, it you left out a whole side of your country.
Because you can go to Seattle. I mean, our buddy Chris from K&L Collectibles. I mean, he's right there at the headquarters. And then you've got down south in LA. I mean, really, everybody on the middle of the country and the East Coast gets completely screwed.
That's right. We're just Midwest, East Coast, done.
If they at least did it where they opened up another big store in, say, Florida and New York, at least then you cover the other part of the country.
I don't even, yeah, I mean, but I don't even think they have to open up something big and elaborate. They could open up little satellite versions of that. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be like some god awful massive. Do you see what Flash Ray put in there? I didn't even know that. I know that they're in the NBA and all of that at this point. I haven't done enough research, and I'm kind of probably done with doing research on it because now I know that they're coming out in June. I have an idea what they're honestly going to be used for. I mean, I think that they jumped on the hype of NFT because it's a hype thing right now.
Wait, though, explain that to me. How does that work with the NBA?
What do you mean? I didn't really read it all.
Super rares that you get a physical copy of and a rare pop sent to, and so is that like if you get this rare NFT that then you got to let them know you got this rare NFT and they're going to send you this item? I mean, that just seems kind of counterintuitive.
I don't think that's how it's going to work. And Funko hasn't announced. I've kind of watched a couple of videos with Funko talking about it, and that's not how they announced it was going to work. I mean, they said, and what's his name that does not Brian Mariotti, what's the other guy, the CEO? He said that it was going to be released with some of their exclusive pops.
I'm going to come out and say it. That dude's a tool.
He is a tool. He seriously is. But anyways, he said that they were going to come out with their exclusive pops. And he said that his words, not mine, they were going to be super exclusives pops. And so, but I think that they're just using the hype to do something that they were probably looking at doing already with an RFI. I'm sure that they were looking at something to try and authenticate their product with the amount of fakes that we're starting to see, because a company can't take fakes like that forever and keep their fan base, because fans like the super fans will quit because you're afraid to buy stuff from someone else because you don't know if it's real or not. Yeah. I mean, it becomes an issue. So I think that they used the NFT hype to basically add another security measure into what they were doing. I mean, it's how do you add a security measure? That's it.
That's another good point right there, right? So I guess it'll be like finding chases with NFTs as opposed to physical stickers.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I understand that one a little bit. I kind of get that.
The possibilities could be endless as to honestly like what they do with the NFT, but I think that it's just a security measure is what I think. I think that it was their way of implementing a security measure.
Yeah.
I mean, so what would you do if you made a fake one? Cut the leg off the real one and put it on the fake one? Well, it didn't make much sense to make a fake one.
I would think that would be pretty well
counterintuitive, isn't it?
Observed and yeah.
So I think that it was just an extra security measure. I don't really know. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's going to be happening in June of this year, and they say June of this year. The way that they've been releasing things, that could be June next year. I mean,
I mean,
we know at the rate and the way that they've been releasing things lately that doesn't necessarily mean that this year. That could be any year.
Look at how long they dropped the ball on Kong and Godzilla. I mean, that stuff should have been out way sooner than it was.
Did you pick any of those up, by the way?
Not yet. No, I did the opposite as I did with WandaVision. I pre-ordered a lot of WandaVision, but then when it came to Kong and Godzilla, as much as I want every single one of them, I have in my mind right now, I want to find these in the wild. I don't know why. I don't know what my thing is with it right now. But I want to find these in the wild, and maybe because I just want to find some good pops in the wild. I'm tired of having the same stuff at Walmart and Target and not getting them to upgrade their inventory.
funny thing is, I truly understand your pain of wanting to find them in the wild. That's kind of where I've been at with the.
You get kind of tired, to be honest with you, of just, okay, yeah, great. I have a bunch of ordered and I got boxes coming in, but to me, that takes away from that, I guess let's get that right overlay up. It takes away from that whole, joy of collecting. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean more than you know. I have been stalking like Walmarts and Targets and FYE. I have been stalking these places almost on a daily basis, trying to see if they're getting something new in, and they're just not doing it. So I feel like we've been getting hit on two different angles from Funko lately, and I don't know if the ship had something to do with. I mean, I'm not going to speculate. I have my speculations as to what's going on, but they're probably not true.
But I'm the same thing with you. Like I said, you can order stuff online, but nothing takes away from that feeling of going to the store and being like, "Oh crap, I found what I wanted. Found what I didn't." Or you go and you find something that you didn't even expect.
But I did recently find that 10-inch Superman Chase variant, but I had already had a 10-inch Superman Chase variant, and then I put him on Whatnot, thinking that he would just sit on Whatnot, and he sold. So somebody got a cool Superman at a decent price. Speaking of Whatnot, I'm going to be doing a Whatnot auction the 28th of this month at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. I'll be doing a Whatnot auction. So if you want to check that out, go follow me on Whatnot. I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet, but I'm going to figure it out before that happens. So just quick heads up.
I don't know what you have to do to they ask you for something in advance. I've never done one, so I have no idea. But like I said, it should be fun. Definitely bring it in, advertise, send it over to me. I'll put it up on my Instagram followers as well. So
I think I'm gonna have fun with it. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm trying to figure it out. This is
How you doing?
This is the exclusive Flash that you picked up. I was never a big Flash fan.
Now, I would say if anything as a DC, I always loved the Flash. I think it was one of my favorite, and especially the fact that this Flash was based off the TV series Flash and not the movie Flash, or from the most recent movies. I love the TV Flash. I love the actor that played it. I think he did a fantastic job. But this is another one that, as much as I like it, kind of like the Batman, the designer Batmans I had, much as I like it, I could go either way, to be honest.
I need you to say this name.
The what? The Flash?
No. The name at the bottom. I need you to say this name.
McDorks?
I wasn't gonna say it. I'm like,
no, they're out here in Orlando. We've been trying to talk for a long time.
I'm like, how do you say it?
Meeting up with McDorks at like the at the Springs or something like that. But no, they're great guys. I love watching their channel.
All right, so I would never let my artist series Batman go.
I let both of mine go.
I understand that you weren't super into him, though. I'm not. I've never been super into the Flash. I mean, his ability was to run real fast. I mean,
he can reverse time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't ever pay that much attention to him. I guess I never paid that much attention to him, but he was not like my favorite character in the world. But he's a cool pop, and with that glow variant with the whole like fire thing going around him, I think that's going to be pretty cool.
These guys have that one coming, and stay tuned, guys, because that is going to be a giveaway. I just haven't decided who's going to get it yet.
You know who these guys are more than I do. So I know that we have Logan there, and all of these guys are in the Funko.
I don't know all of them. Of course, you got Spider-Man, Moon Knight. You've got
Loki and something.
Is Loki and what's her name? Basically, the sister of Thor. I can't remember her name right now, and I know Jesse Lou's going to school me on that one. And then the other one's Wolverine, and I'm not sure the eye patch. That one I'm confused on. I'd like to say Kingpin, but I don't think Kingpin had an eye patch. But that could also be Deathstroke was DC. That one I'm not 100% sure on either. The Ghost Rider is with Black Panther, and of course we got Captain and Doctor Strange and Thor and Iron Man.
And then there's more of these guys, but because I'm not like super involved in all of that, I do want that what is that? What is his name?
With the Funko, with the Thor. I don't know the actual Infinity Warp's name is, but the Ghost Rider,
the Ghost Rider and the Black Panther. That one. I do want that one. That one's going to be a GameStop exclusive.
I like the Funko exclusive of the Thing and the Human Torch. I think that's pretty cool.
I'm not even paying it any attention because it's a Funko exclusive. I'm just going to pass right over it. I mean, I'm not even trying to be an ass about it.
I haven't even gone into a 7-Eleven. I've been meaning to go into a 7-Eleven to see if anybody's got these things, but I haven't even looked.
Those things look so cool. So I haven't seen one in person yet. I kind of want to see one in person. I'm wondering, like, how metallic is this thing? I mean, how metallic is this thing? After a few beers, Wayne turns into the Flash. Yeah, headed to the bathroom. Well, probably. I want to know how metallic is he, because I'm often disappointed with the whole Deadpool metallic pops. They tend to disappoint me. The metallic on them is just not it needs to be chrome when it comes to the Deadpool, because that red metallic just is weak. Here's Pietro that dropped today. Is super excited to see this guy.
And of course that's the one based off of the Peter Evans version of Pietro from the show. Of course, not the Pietro that was in Age of Ultron. He would come with bullet holes. Sorry, I know that's a low blow, but but yeah, it's definitely cool, fun pop. And if you're gonna have the WandaVision line, you kind of have to add that one into it. I think it's definitely a cool one. So especially since he's actually wearing more of the classic, Pietro outfit that he wore in the comics.
I'm not super upset that I missed this one. I would have liked to have had that one in my collection, but I'm not super upset that he was missed. This is one of them that I honestly
I'll get it eventually.
Somewhere. I was honestly there trying when this one dropped, though. I got stuck in the wheel of death.
I got it and went into my cart, and then it got to the page where it says you're going to check out, and then it just went out of it and said, nope, sold out. I'm like, oh well.
This is the Add the Boys pop? Does that make any sense to you?
This is the Boys. This is the what is his name? It's right on the tip of my tongue too. I like this series. I've watched both series 1 and series 2. This is like the main guy that's against the Supes, or that's what they call the super, because of course in that one the Supes are more of villains.
Oh, I haven't gotten into any of that. So they mean nothing to me. I'm sure that they're going to be super cool, but they just don't mean a whole lot to me. This is a pretty cool one. I don't think that this is the glow variant, but it's no, because it was the mech, right? The mech was the glow variant.
Mech of Godzilla. I think there is supposed to be a glow one of Godzilla as well.
It's FYE, right?
I think it was FYE,
right?
Or it was someone exclusive that had that one.
Yeah, I think it was an FYE exclusive, but it's more where it's coming straight. Well, I guess if you turned him, it'd be coming straight down, right? I mean, because it looked like it was coming straight down.
Well, what's funny is in the box for the Mecha Godzilla is, and I probably was sure that this is going to be the same idea, is it actually doesn't go straight down. It does go at an angle.
Oh, okay. So the box.
If you looked at the box of the Mecha Godzilla, the actual red piece that he had coming out of his mouth was detached and was on the side of the box.
Look at him getting clever. Look at him getting clever with it.
So it doesn't go straight down. It does come at an angle.
Right. Well,
Billy Butcher. Thank you, McDorks. That's who that character was, Billy Butcher.
That makes sense. I mean, that truly makes sense.
I'm assuming they're probably going to do a similar thing with that.
These guys.
NBA Legends came out. Or are coming out. The hardwood, I guess it's called them hardwood classics. The Dennis Rodman one looks kind of cool. That's you can right there.
You can pre-order Dennis Rodman now on Entertainment Earth. I mean, he's on there. If you need a link, it's right down in the description below. Make sure you go follow that link.
Julius Erving, getting Hakeem. I mean, those are great classic players.
So the only player I knew out of that was Dennis Rodman. He was the only one that I knew. I mean,
you got Isaiah Thomas. He was a classic Detroit Pistons back in the day.
I was just never really into it.
Of course, you got Scottie Pippen. I mean, you can't have Jordan without Pippen.
I don't know. Can you?
You can't have Jordan without Pippen. It doesn't work.
I don't know. All right. Dennis Rodman, though, is available for pre-order. I've seen him. I honestly thought about pre-ordering him. He's one of them that might be on my list eventually.
I agree. Actually, I agree with Slush on this, and that is a good opportunity they should have had. Is Dennis Rodman with different hair?
Yes, definitely they should have. Do you remember when he did the whole zebra print? Definitely.
Oh yeah, the zebra print, or even the bull in the back of the head.
Definitely should have done something. There was lots of missed opportunity there.
I'm getting tired of these, to be 1,000% honest with you.
What do you mean?
Every time I turn around, there's a new freaking Wonder Woman pop coming out.
You need another one?
No, the movie was bad. Stop producing 80s Wonder Woman, because now of course you're off the movies and now you're just on the classic stuff. But
right,
nobody cares.
You didn't need another Wonder Woman. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't have a single one. And I don't want a single one. And I'm disappointed with the entire Wonder Woman line after actually watching Wonder Woman 84.
It was so
horrible.
Bad. No, it was.
No, yeah, it could have been. Yeah, it was the Jaguar print.
No, it was. He did zebra print. He did zebra print. He did the whole like cheetah print. I don't know about cougar print. I didn't know cougar was a print. I thought cougar was just one color.
Cougar's an old lady.
I'm pretty sure it was one color or old lady. Like Chris said, but it was he did a few different ones that were all pretty cool. They were all pretty cool at some point in time. They did miss.
We got Elijah in here. What's going on, buddy?
They really did miss some opportunities. I'm with you though. They need to leave Wonder Woman like on the.
Oh, that would have been a good one too. Rodman in the wedding dress.
Oh yeah, that would have been.
Just do an entire Rodman line.
I think that y'all are on to something there. They should just do a complete. Do you think they'd have him marry Madonna too? I mean, they could have like a 2-pack.
Because I guarantee, as much as Rodman blows through his money, I guarantee he'd be down for an entire Rodman line.
They could do a 2-pack of him and Madonna getting married. I mean, him in the dress, her in the suit.
Then you go Detroit Rodman, then you go, into Bulls Rodman, then you go into, San Antonio Rodman. I mean, the possibilities are endless here.
Slush says I'm a cougar. Well,
what did he say?
He says I'm a cougar. I wouldn't say that out loud too much.
Maybe more of a saber tooth.
This one, check this out. So
I don't touch Masters of the Universe.
All right, so this one they have at Walmart probably by like the 10s. I think that these must have come in 10-packs because every Walmart has 10 of these 10-inch Skeletors that are not a glow variant. So they've had 10 of them at Walmart, at every Walmart too, by the way. Every Walmart has at least 10 of these guys. And then they just came out with the glow variant at GameStop. And that reminds me so much of those damn zombies. Remember when they did the same thing with the zombies? They pushed the regular zombie out everywhere. Everywhere you got a regular zombie. And then like a couple of weeks later, they said, oh, here's the glow variant.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what that look. I will pick him up if I'm ever in GameStop and they have the 10-inch Skeletor with the glow variant. I will pick him up.
Like I said, I'm staying away from the whole Masters Universe line. That's a whole different rabbit hole. I just don't feel like going down.
Today, when I was at the comic shop, the guy actually had Skeletor's castle there, but he wanted $50 for it, and I told him that was just too expensive. That he'd have to hold on to it.
For it, maybe
I'd have gave him 20. Is where I was standing. 50 was a little steep. Little steep.
I'll set up right there, right next to my daughter's Barbie dream house.
Let's see.
Oh wait, McDorsey, you talking about my rant on Wonder Woman? Is that what you were talking about here?
What's what we got there?
He said, "Tell us how you really feel. Don't hold back." Was that upon the Wonder Woman?
Don't hold back.
I'm just tired of seeing Wonder Woman. The movie was horrible. They should just never do another Wonder Woman movie after that. Just horrible piece of cinema they put out.
And then I guess we skipped over the whole fact that DMX passed away today.
He did.
I see that would just hit the chat room. I see a lot of new names in here. Jedi John. How are you doing, brother? Jedi John. Jedi.
That's a cool name, by the way.
That is a cool name. I'm wondering if he was like, what kind of Jedi he is. Does he have a green lightsaber?
Or a purple?
Blue lightsaber? What color is your lightsaber, Jedi John?
That's a question.
That's a valid question. That's a good question that we all should know. And then there's these guys that look. I still haven't seen the movie. Have you seen the movie yet?
I have not yet. I'm going to watch it this weekend. I was going to watch it last weekend, but I decided to watch the 4-hour Snyder cut of Justice League instead.
How'd that go?
I mean, it wasn't great. It was still I think an overall piss poor storyline, but it was an improvement upon what came out in 2017.
I haven't seen either one of them. I haven't seen either one of them. And I'm definitely not sitting there and watching a 4-hour like cut of a movie.
I watched it full. I didn't break it up. I watched it all the way through.
Oh man, I'm glad you took one for the team there. Jedi John still hasn't.
Mind you, I was watching it and editing at the same time.
Jedi John still hasn't told us like what color lightsaber he has. Inquiring minds have to know.
I know we need to know what kind of lightsaber.
I still haven't seen this movie. I'm gonna wait for it to come out on something other than HBO Max or Plus or whatever.
Give it 3 months and it'll be out everywhere.
Yeah, whatever it is HBO is calling it. I'm going to wait on it to come out in a different form than that, just because I don't like reoccurring payments. And I think that there's too many of those services out there now that are all jumping on the Netflix and Hulu bandwagon. So I'm not doing it at this moment. I'm going to wait for it to come out. But I've heard that the movie
OTT said he enjoyed it. He liked it. McDork says Snyder Cut was amazing. I don't know if I use the word amazing. It was good. I'm not going to bash it like I am Wonder Woman. And that was just bad. But Snyder Cut, at least Zack Snyder he added things to the film that made sense. That a lot of times, if you watch the 2017 one, you're going, huh? I mean, that doesn't really, I don't get what happened there. And Zack Snyder told the story better. I still think the story could have been told a little bit better in there. Maybe had more dark side in it than what it had. But overall, it was a much, much better movie. So we got blue.
He finally told us what color it was. Maybe some point I'll check it out. I doubt it though, because I'm still moving through the Marvel movies and the timeline, and I've still just barely passed the first Avengers. I think I just got past like.
I will tell you this, just like what Chris said, he liked it, but he didn't see the original. If you have not seen the original, just watch the Snyder Cut. Don't even bother.
I haven't seen the original.
If you have watched the original, you need to see the Snyder Cut. You will appreciate it so much more.
I haven't seen it. So at some point, I'll have to go back and check it out and just see what they have going on. So that's a pretty cool pop. And then we're going to get into some of them that I think that this set of pops makes me the most upset about the way that they're doing their drops, because we know
you're going to need bots for those things.
Yeah, you're never ever going to get these things in their drops without some kind of AI help. I mean,
they're hot though. They are hot.
These make the most sense out of any black light pops that they've made. I mean, because if you go by the story and she's supposed to be on some LSD or heroin or acid or mushrooms,
sleep.
No, this is the story of a young girl and her drug problem.
The Disney
no, version. We're talking about the original story. The original story of Alice in Wonderland is a story about a young lady that is in her adventures with drugs, and that's how it like all falls down the rabbit hole, and it goes from there. It makes the most sense that we're seeing like this in the Black Light series. In this, they've got.
I don't do the posters. I just don't.
I don't do the posters, but I think these posters look.
They're
cool.
creative, and then they're done really well, though. I will give them that. And by the way, Fletcher, I do agree with you to a certain extent. I actually use my HBO Max way more than I do my Disney Plus, but Disney Plus has Falcon Winter Soldier. So these, not only do I like the actual the figures for these because I think they're awesome, but the cans. I want these just for the can.
I know.
To be honest with you, right now, looking at those cans on all four of them, I could care less which pop I have inside.
I know.
I may never open it. But
I know. I know. I would definitely open them though to see which one that I had. I mean, I'm with you though. Every one of them is equally as cool. Now the sodas are a 10,000 piece set, so each one of them's 10,000 pieces.
Those are the coolest cans they've released.
I don't think that any of us stand a lot of chance of getting our hands on them with the way that they're doing the drops right now. I mean, this is what I'm hoping for, because they showed all of these exclusives at the same time. I'm hoping that they're going to do some kind of a virtual event to where they have a some kind of a Funko virtual event that they open up for everybody on a set time and a set day. That's my hopes and dreams, but I know that they're probably not going to happen. I mean.
And Zach, if that is true, I'm all for it. I hate Chrome Pops. If they continue doing black lights and they're popular, I'm all for black light.
I'm into the black light pops. I really am. Look, I was into the Chrome Pops, but you can only do a Chrome Pop so many different ways. I mean,
like I said, the Chrome Pops just took the detail, the great detail of a pop out. This actually, you have to put more detail into doing it black light than anything.
I like the black light pops. Look, I have all of the originals.
How much even these two characters are gonna pop if you put in a box like mine?
Oh, they're gonna be pretty badass. I mean, I think that it's gonna be hard for us to get any of them. And then we have the shirts right here. You know that I'm not into the shirts. The shirts to me are China generic shirts that I just don't get into.
I guess the Mad Hatter one's kind of hot though.
They're hot. It's just the material that they're made out of doesn't justify the price that they want for them. I mean, if they were made out of a different material, then maybe I could see me paying the $30 for them, but I can't see me paying $30 for them. I hate to say this, I'm still stuck on those posters. I would find somewhere to display those posters.
But you got to do it right. If you're gonna display them, you got to get one of those outreach black lights that come out over the top of them. So you have to.
Oh yeah. You would definitely have to put them somewhere in frames in a corner all to themselves and then figure out how you could get the black lights on them in such a way that would be pretty cool. Christine Payne, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Haven't seen you over there giving Chase a hard time.
Somebody needs to finally.
I think that's about it. I heard
this box right here, mind you, I don't know if any guys have actually looked into this. I have had this subscription for probably about a year now, and this box is supposed to come out at the end of March. So end of March comes around, or beginning of April comes around. I start thinking, where's my subscription box? And so I go on to, in fact, I'll actually bring it up to you and I'll tell you what it says on Amazon. And it kind of pissed me off, to be honest with you. And then I did some more digging on this. Let me go back to this because I have it on my subscription list. Where is it? Memberships and subscriptions. Come on. There it is. So if I go to this and it says, or maybe they just changed it because they were redoing it, I guess. I don't know. But I went on to go find out where the hell my box is and said, oh, yeah, we're stopping these after this month. You're going to get one more and you're going to stop after this month. And then I went on and did some more digging and found out that Funko, as of the 16th of April, was going to halt the subscription boxes, and they weren't sure if they were going to bring the collector core back to Amazon or not. And it was like, dude, what the hell? This makes no sense. And they apparently, because they had two other boxes that they really didn't do anything with. They had a Star Wars box and they had a Disney box. And nobody really had them. So I think they're trying to redo all three boxes and maybe get three different companies to support them. Now it is saying that the new information is back up for these now for some reason. I don't know. It's weird, but I was rather annoyed. I'm like, dude, I want that's one of my favorite boxes that I have come in, and we didn't get it come in. So I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think you were the one that was telling me that there's rumors that that's going to be going away here soon, that you're not going to get those anymore.
Well, like I said, this whole descriptor right here, if you guys go onto it right now, what's on Amazon, this was all different 5 days ago. Now it's saying it's delivered every 2 months. So whatever Funko and Amazon was going through with this, maybe they were arguing back and forth before they made this announcement of the year of the Shield, because it wasn't actually supposed to be. This box wasn't supposed to be a Cap box. This was actually I can't remember. It was supposed to be a different box, and then it's supposed to be a Deadpool box. Supposed to be a Deadpool box that we're supposed to be getting at the end of March, and we didn't.
Yeah, I think that we had a comment over there just a second ago talking about where's the Deadpool box. They had never seen the Deadpool box, and that they had heard that some people had received the Deadpool box. I don't know.
I've had the subscription for a year now, and I didn't get the Deadpool box.
You know me, I don't really do those, but I got one that's got Captain on it. He's got Captain on there. He's.
I got my cat back here.
As soon as I get number one, I will get into those.
The Deadpool one. But some claim they did receive it. I heard the same thing. I heard some people did claim. I have not seen anybody on YouTube show the Deadpool one, because typically a lot of people are like me. Whenever they got this box in, they were doing videos right away. I never saw any, so I don't know whether that was true or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's going to pretty much be it though on Instagram. I think that now we're getting into stuff that they've talked about 1,000 times. We're getting into their channel. I'm annoyed with their channel too. They've
been really. I mean, even their Twitter's pretty much showing the same stuff, and their Twitter's been pretty weak, to be honest with you. For this past week, really, to be 1,000% honest with you, I was kind of disappointed.
Well, I had mentioned earlier that it seems funny that they started doing these random drops about the same time that they started amping up their whole like pop review channel.
Another name I haven't seen before.
Whatever it is that they were doing, little
big pops. Yes, that was Infinity Saga was the last one. Wait, no, the last Marvel Collector Corps box that came in was a Lucha Libre.
I remember that guy. I can't even say that. I still can't.
Lucha
Libre.
And I didn't really even care for the Lucha Libre, to be honest with you, and I was just going to sell them or give them away. But the ones that came in the Marvel Collector Corps are metallic. And
that makes it different.
Yet.
That makes it different. Makes it a little tougher at that point.
Yeah.
So tonight, let's show Wayne and Mr. Tech some love. Definitely do. Let's see.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I was reading Christina's message up there.
We've had a lot of brand new people this week.
Today has had a lot of new people in there. Really appreciate seeing you guys. Really appreciate seeing you guys. So
yeah.
What do you have? You and JKL are coming on at 8. So here in the next 30 minutes, y'all are going to be coming on.
At 8 o'clock.
I've got my fingers crossed that there's going to be some dog food in there. I love you guys, but I'm a little sinister sometimes. So
and we will drop it for next week. We will, of course, always be back here at 6 o'clock. And next week we have a guest coming on. I
remember who it is.
Right. I think when I was talking to them, I think I said it wrong. I'm subscribed to their channel, but I'm like, I think I said the name wrong. Iconic Odd. Iconic.
Don't you love it when things are just hard to say?
Couple are going to come join us. I love them. They're actually, I am subscribed to their channel. They're actually really funny. I always want to say iconically odd.
It's
just iconic odd.
I play on words.
Yeah.
Play on words. I love play on words. They're my favorite thing in the world. They're great for somebody who has a speech impediment. I mean, they're really awesome. That's why I have to look at these words and think real hard before I say it. Like Little Big Pop, I could have said something totally different there.
That's why I had to go to my message to them and like, wait, I got to make sure I'm saying this right, because I always want to make every time I've been talking to them, I keep thinking iconically. I'm like, it's not iconically, it's iconic.
Well, I think that you're getting that from that cartoon. What was it? What is it? The Fairy Odd Parents.
Oh, the Fairly Odd Parent.
So you're wanting to say
I don't know, whatever it is. Yeah,
so you're wanting to say iconically. Yeah, that's what I think's happening. Look, I could be completely wrong. So you and JKL are coming on at 8. What do you have going on next week? Anything you want to talk about? Any collector core boxes? Any mystery boxes?
I got a lot of stuff. I do have, and it may drop this weekend. It may drop Monday. I'm not sure. I do have my last. Well, I got a bandbox video. I'm just finishing up now. And I did both my horror and my geek in the same one. I've got 2 more band boxes, and that's it. I stopped the band box subscription. I've got some mystery boxes coming up. I got a mystery box I just got in from Gem Pops. I got to do eventually. I think I've got a mystery box from Comic Book Poser I got to do eventually. I've got stuff sitting there in the closet I got to get to. I'm getting backed up on my pop in the box because now I get 3 Marvel pop in the box and 3 Disney pop in the box every month. So, and the funny part was I think I got one in this week, and I actually have my wife open them up and write down which one's which because the boxes look identical. There's no difference between the two. So I got to write down which one's Disney and which one's Marvel, so I know what I'm opening up and what I'm telling you. So I actually have her open up the box and look in there to find out which one it is. So it's kind of funny.
That's kind of funny.
But yeah, just all different stuff, whatever comes up, whatever I happen to pull out of the closet at the time and go from there. I think the only thing I just got another Entertainment Earth box, which I don't know what it is. And yeah. Other than that, we have the thing tonight. We've got talking about episode 4 of Falcon Winter Soldier on Sunday this week. Yes. And that's always fun because this was a fantastic episode. I still want to dropkick John Walker. He's a complete douche, but they cast this character perfect, as Marvel typically does. I was never a fan of John Walker, U.S. agent John Walker.
It's Cap.
And I'm not.
You're going to have to admit it one day. It's Cap.
I will never admit it. He is not Cap. He is U.S. agent John Walker.
I still haven't ordered that pop, but I'm going to.
Trust me, I know you haven't watched it yet, but the end's gonna make you go, really? They did that just happen?
I know that this one's gonna be fun. I mean, it has to be. There was only 6 of them. They got to ramp up the speed, but that's gonna be. We're gonna do that Sunday at 3:30. So if you're used to seeing that on Saturdays, then push your clock back till Sunday because we'll be on there Sunday to do that. I'm going to let you get off of here so that you can go get you something. Are you going to eat before you do this?
I don't know.
You're not going to eat.
I usually don't because it's if I throw up, then it's just more stuff that's going to come out.
That's why I asked. I was like, hold on. You're not going to eat, are you?
I myself each time, like, oh, should I not? I don't know.
I don't know. You probably definitely shouldn't. You probably definitely shouldn't.
Probably not. I'm just going to wing it with whatever happens and usually I eat afterwards. But definitely lots of fun. Get out there, guys. There's been a lot of great lives that people have been doing. So definitely get out there and check them out. Support the community. Don't forget to that little join button down bottom there on both of our channels. Hit that join button. We got Burger Life over there. I don't know, whatever. I screw up. We got Wayne's got Burger Life. I got Donut Life. It is our memberships. Of course, you get the icons that you see people in the chat have, as well as you get other special items, different tiers for different people. So go ahead and join the memberships if you'd like to help support the channels. And don't forget, next week, no more multi-stream. You're going to find next week's episode on WayneKo's channel. And then the week after that, you're going to find it on Mr. Techbot.
I mean, so basically, we're just going to we'll flip back and forth. Everybody will get into a routine after a while. Don't worry.
So that way, you guys are not going to have this back and forth of not seeing everybody's chat comments.
Yeah, we're going to bring the chat room to one. We've got to bring everybody together. We're done with the segregation.
No more segregation.
Have a good night, guys.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. Techbot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down and be able to go to any one of our videos, and it'll be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. It's super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. You know, we've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.